Oh, what a take that was. Hey everyone, I'm out on Lake Purrumbete this afternoon for a bit of a fish. Now, this lake is absolutely crazy at the moment because there are so many different species you can catch. You can catch brown trout, rainbow trout, chinook salmon, tiger trout, cheetah trout. We'll catch some redfin. So it's going to be super fun. Now, how am I going to fish? It's winter, so for me, I like to fish streamers a lot. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but these Western District lakes are very heavily driven by bait fish. There's a lot of bait fish, common galaxia about that sort of size in this lake. I might be able to show you one later if we hook some on the fly. It's amazing how that happens. So streamers like damsels, you know, black and gold. I'll throw some color in there as well. That's how I like to fish. You could also fish under an indicator here if they're really touchy. I'm not sure, we might do that later, but we'll see. Now the plan, we're in the boat, which is handy, but you could fish this from the bank. There's a lot of bank access here, especially down on the eastern shore. But we're gonna be in the boat. I've got a drogue, so we're gonna drift with the wind, try and cover some water. We've got sinking lines on, so that should be great. And we may head up into the shallows and look for a bigger fish on the electric as well. That's an option too. So we'll see, but we're gonna catch some fish and it's gonna be fun. Okay, we might just start with a drift just down the shoreline, doing some drifts onto the weed edge, but we've got all afternoon, so we'll end up getting everywhere essentially. We might go in really shallow amongst the weed pockets on the rock. I don't know, you got to start somewhere, so we'll start here, and you know, you generally find out if they're there pretty quickly, especially in these lakes. You get a lot of fish to follow, so we'll see. Good thing about fishing with a drifting boat is you actually don't need to fish that far, because the reality is you're going to drift on the fish anyway. So if you choose your sink rate, your line right, and you get your flies down to where you want to, you can fish short and just fish all of the angles, because you're eventually going to cover your fish anyway, so there's no need to go big and long. Oh, I just missed one on the hang there. Yeah, you don't need to go big and long down the middle. Can't believe that fish. Gosh. Got it. Oh, that's a good one. Oh. Oh. That take on the roly-poly. That's a nice fish. Oh, just shows mixing up the retrieve. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a really good one. Stay down. Stay up, sorry. There's a lot of weed plumes that come up in this spot. Oh, that's a fantastic fish. Stay on. This is such a nice fish. Is that not an absolute cracker? What a trout! Oh my gosh! Oh, look at that for a beautiful trout. You can see the coral in his mouth there. That's why that fly. Pop you down. I'll give him some water. That's why I fish that coral fly, because it just catches me big ones. Oh. So we'll grab a quick snap of him before we get him back. drift here, 2 chances, that one on the hang, then that lovely trout just blasted my flies on the roly-poly there. So we're going to keep ticking down, do another drift here, then we'll push somewhere else on the lake and see what happens. But awesome start, like 30 minutes in. He ate that halfway back as well. Not as big as that last one. How good is this? Bit of rain, but now it's sun and the fish are eating. And the streamer take is just amazing. Come on, buddy. Strong fish. Nice tiger. Nice tiger there, and he's eaten the damsel, which is awesome. He's woofed that too. Absolutely woofed it. Nice fish. This is good. I'm liking this drift. Actually, this is probably a really good time to show you what I am fishing and my setup. Very simple. I've got 6 feet to my first fly. I've got my top fly, which is a coral, tied on a dropper here, and then I have 10 foot to my next fly, which is all the way down here, which is that little olive damsel, which is very much damsel-y bait fishing. It could be anything, but I find in the clear water having your flies spaced out, one, it helps you cover more water when your flies land, but also it's just not too much for the fish. So yeah, let's keep going. Man, 2 on the roly-poly. Oh, another good one. Really good one. Stay up. Oh, I can't believe how strong these fish are fighting. Nice fish. Oh, it's a lovely rainbow, that's why. That is a really nice rainbow. Beautiful. That's why you had your motor going, man. Look at that guy for a nice rainbow. And another coral muncher. Man, he pulled hard. Lovely fish. I'll steer him back, he'll go quicker. Just gonna keep ticking down this weed edge, it looks really nice. I just want to stay out of all that stuff coming up. I just want to be just on the outside. I feel like if there's an active fish, you don't need to be right in the weed, because the one that's out and the one that's feeding, he's going to kind of be out looking. So I don't need to be too fixated on being stuck in there. What a take that was. Right when we were saying we need to be just on the outside. Oh, stay down, mate. That was awesome. Oh, I love this lake. One hard thing about having a long leader is it is hard to land your fish when they are on the point fly. You have a long way between your two flies, so just bear that in mind. So if you have a 9-foot rod, you don't want your flies further than 9 foot apart, otherwise it's very hard to land your fish. Come on. Thank you, buddy. That was fun. And that's exactly what we were talking about. He's eating the little damsel. Whoop. Thanks, buddy. That was fun. That was so good. It was only a matter of time before we got another one here. Such good water. Oh. Nice fish. He clobbered that. It's like just as this cloud came back in, it brought them back on. Strong fish again. Oh, mate. Man, lake fish just pull. They just pull line. Tiger's tangled my leader, but another nice one. Send this guy back. Nice healthy fish. Oh, there we go. That was a big one. That was an absolute whopper. Oh, there's one. Oh, he's behind it. Oh, got him. Oh, oh wow. He followed, and I was just hanging it. Oh. And then you just feel the tiniest dunk through your rod, like through the line when they eat on the hang like that. I was so lucky. I just saw out of the corner of my eye like a little roll, and this fish had rolled. It's good because it's been so slow the last like 2 hours. The fish were so on, and then they just completely shut off. And I've been driving around the lake just trying to find an active patch of fish. It's a nice one. Come on, buddy. That's a nice fish. Oh. Come on, buddy. He's hooked right in the top lip and he won't get his head up. Come on, buddy. Man, they're so headstrong. Oh. Thank you, buddy. You, come on, settle down. Flies popped out. I was, you know, it was getting so tough I changed flies and I mixed up. That's a little orange beaded damsel. Nice tiger, really nice trout. Send him off. Well, I'm gonna wrap that up there because it's 20 past 5 now, and that was a pretty awesome afternoon of fishing. I think a bit over half a dozen fish, which was really cool. They were super on. It felt like when I got here, found them, caught them early, and then it went really dead. I fished around, couldn't really find them. Came back to some of that water down there where I'd caught them earlier, got an extra one, and there were a few follows, but they weren't super committal, so they definitely were on around, you know, 1 o'clock when I got here. But hey, pretty good. Shows you there are some really good options for fishing over winter. It's not too bad. It's not too cold today either, which is great, and really simple stuff with just pulling streamers, sinking line, covering water, being patient, and you're gonna get chances, and they're gonna be good fish as well typically. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like the video if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next one. Thanks, guys.